Hi beauties, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. For today I want to start a back to basics series. So I have had some of my followers tell me that the looks are so beautiful, but I can't even blend a shadow, or I can't even do this or whatever or that or whatever it may be. And I wanted to pretty much go back to the basics, showing you how to get a good face. So I'm going to go in with the brows, so it'll just be a brow tutorial that is specifically just for brows. I'm going to do a highlighting, contouring, and foundation tutorial as well to show you how to highlight and contour. And I'm also going to do a tutorial showing you how to do a basic cut crease and how to apply lashes. So this will be a 4-part series. I just want to be able to help my followers who are really trying to learn and are just kind of lost out there because it's just so oversaturated with so much information. And a lot of times the tutorials, if I'm doing a full face, I can't really put so much time into one thing. So this is going to break it down into sections where you'll be able to learn one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. We're going to be starting off right now with foundation, highlighting, and contouring. So if you are interested in seeing the basics on how to get a nice foundation on your face, then please continue to watch. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Alright beauties, let's get started on this look. Let's get started on this look. Now the lighting is bouncing all over the place, so I'm trying to, I don't like to do it too early because the light bounces around because the sun is just coming up. But I just am trying to find the right hour where it's just not going to be so crazy with the sun bouncing all over the place. Right now it is doing just that. So, but let's go ahead and get started on this foundation. You want to have your face moist. First you want it cleansed. So I cleansed my face, and I didn't moisturize the hair because I wanted to do that with you guys. But make sure that your face is nice and clean before we get started. Then you want to add a moisturizer. If you're going to be out, then you want to use one that has SPF in it. If you're going to be out during the day, if you're out during the night, then you can just wear a regular moisturizer. But during the day, I always like to use a moisturizer with sunscreen. My choice right now is Garnier Skin Active Broad Spectrum. It has SPF 30 and it is a daily moisturizer. I also just ordered an e.l.f. one, so I'll let you guys know how that one goes. But this one has been my daily one for about a year now. If I'm going out at night, I can use a different moisturizer, but for today, I want my skin to be protected. And I have oily skin, so one thing I would say is it is a myth that you don't need moisturizer if your face is oily, because your face is already producing oils. Usually your face is producing oils because of the fact that it needs hydration, so you want to make sure to moisturize. And as I've been using moisturizers more, my face has actually become less oily. So that's just something that I wanted to put out there. So the next thing we're going to do is go in with our primer. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. And so far the products that I've listed are all very affordable products, so you don't have to break the bank to get the canvas that you want. When I apply this primer, this is a pore minimizing primer where it is supposed to blur the pores. So I concentrated on my areas where my pores are the largest, and then I disperse it from there. So I just tap this in like this. I'm really just patting it in because I want to press it into those pores so that it fills the pores. And I'm going to let this sit for about 30 seconds before we go into applying our foundation. Let's go ahead and get into this foundation. I'm going into Dose of Colors, Meet Your Hue, and this is the color Medium Tan. And when I go into this foundation, I usually like to go in with a little bit, and it can, you know, add more if I need to, but I don't go in with a heavy hand because I'm highlighting and contouring also, so there's just more product and you don't really need that much product. So I'm going to start off with one pump and start to blend. Tap that all the way around the face. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use a sponge. Today we'll just do the sponge. And just have a damp sponge and pat, pat, pat. This is the June & Co sponge, and this is my favorite sponge. When you use the sponge and it's damp and you just tap, it blends itself. So you don't have to smear or do anything like that. You just keep tapping. Okay, so that is good. That is a good layer of foundation. I don't feel like I need any extra coverage anywhere now that I'm looking at my face, because we're about to highlight and contour, and that's going to give us the extra coverage. When you are contouring, you want to make sure that you are creating shadows where you want it to look sucked in, right? So you want this here to be sucked in, you want that to be sucked in, and you want a shadow around here to create the illusion of a smaller forehead. And for the highlight, you're attracting light to the areas where you want your face to pretty much have the light bounce off. And that is what we're doing when we're doing this. We're actually bringing back, when you do a foundation, you're covering all of your angles and you're covering all of the curves in your face, and you want to bring that dimension back by doing the highlighting and contouring. So for me, because I have this little thing here, I'm going to contour my chin, but if you have a defined chin, you don't need to. If you already have defined cheekbones, you don't really need to contour. It just is dependent upon your face shape and what you're trying to achieve. So for me, I'm going to show you what I'm trying to achieve because I have more of a square face and this has to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I do to let it go. I'm using the Truffle Matchstick from Fenty. I'm going to put that into the hollows of my cheek, down my nose. I bring it from my brow down to the curvature that goes right here because it creates a shadow to make the nose look a little bit thinner. But my nose is not really big all like that. I just like the shadowing that it creates. The forehead is not looking too big because of the wig placement, so I don't really need much. I'm just putting that little bit. But here we're going to go from right here at the bottom of this ear, and I'm going to take that down to my chin on both sides. And then underneath here, I'm going to apply this product because this is going to create the shadows that I was telling you about to make this lift up more. Now we're going to highlight. To highlight, I'm going to use Fenty Beauty Concealer in 330. And I'm going to I'll blend my contour out first because I want my highlight to sit. The longer you let it sit, the more opaque it will be. And so we're going to let that sit just a little because it does dry down after a while, but we're going to let that sit just a little and start to blend in the contour. My daughter's in audition right now, y'all. Wish her luck. Okay, so we're going to use our brush to blend out this contour. I'm going to just blend it up like this first. and then go in a circular motion and just go back and forth between doing that to blend this out. You can see it just starts to blend really easily. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. I do a mixture of feathering it up and blending in a circular motion. Now we'll blend this under here, all doing the circular motion under the chin. And my contour color is not super dark, and here I have this crease where it's a little darker anyway, so it doesn't leave like that mask look, but it lifts it. Now this is with my cream contour. If it's just the liquid, I usually can just tap it and it will go. But cream is a little bit thicker, so that's why I push it up first and then blend. Now we're going to blend around the rim of the face. I'm sorry if you guys hear anything, that's my daughter doing her homeschooling. Next we're going to go ahead and use our sponge to blend out the highlight, and we're going to start from the bottom here and just tap that. And out to the end of my eye, but not further than that. So that looks good. Now I'm going to go over with my brush and just blending everything together, making sure that everything is seamless. Alright, so that's good. That's how we're looking so far. I think it's looking really, really good. Now we're about to start applying our powders. So now I'm going to go into my chalk dust setting powders from the crayon case, and this is what I'm going to use to set the highlighted areas. And I have the color C for under my eyes and the color N for around my face, and we're going to contour using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Caramel Cutie. I'm going to start off by going under the eyes before they crease too bad. It comes with a powder puff. I'm going to use that puff. I'm going to go right underneath the eye where the lines settle and blend that out first. Okay, so that's good for the letter C. Now I'm going to go into the chalk dust in the letter N, and we're going to put that around the rest of the face. Make sure not to go into the contoured area because we're still going to apply the bronzer there. So that is good. We have the powder around the face there. Now I'm going to go into the Fenty Beauty bronzer. I'm using this brush here that comes to an angle. It's a BH Cosmetics brush, and this is what I'm going to use to bronze. And I'm just bringing the bronzer from right here and down to about right there. And I don't want to go too far because you don't want it going all the way down to your face by your mouth. So just right into this area right here. Start the bronzer here so that it's not too strong going to the front. Then around the rim of the forehead. Now around here, define that chin. And all underneath. Now we're going to do the nose. Right underneath is just to complete where the lines go. That's what it looks like right now. I like to go back in with the powder puff again. Redefine right underneath here. And then I'm going to use this powder puff, or not powder puff, but this brush, this big fluffy brush with no product on it, and just blend my whole face. And can you see how this is more lifted now? That shadow has been cast by this. The nose is more defined here, but it's subtle. It's not like two lines, just obvious. Then we have that lift, if you can see the shadow here, giving me that contour look, and the forehead looks a little warmer. This is how I highlight and contour my face. So I hope that these steps really helped you in knowing what to do when you highlight and contour. I'm going to go ahead and add my blush and highlight as well so you can know how to do that. But this is just the basis of highlight and contour right here. Now for blush, I'm going in with Madison Miller brush called Sweet Stuff. Dab it right here at the apples of my cheek and sweep it all the way back. So now we are blushed, and yes, it is looking very like, woo, but we're going to bronze now too. So contouring and bronzing are two different things. Contouring, you're creating those shadows, and bronzing, you're just bringing warmth back into your face. And I'm going to bring warmth back now. To bring warmth back, I like to use the Morphe Blogger. I got this in an empty bag, and it's just a perfect brownish reddish tone to bring the warmth back. I'm going to use the same contour brush that I use. And it goes right into the areas where we contoured and blend it with into the blush too. See the difference? So that is good. Now I'm going to go in with this big fluffy brush that we used prior with that had the powders on it, and I just use that to blend everything together. You see how good that looks now? Not crazy, right? Then I'm going to use this powder puff without putting any extra product on it. I'm going to go underneath this contour just to define it more. See that? Perfect. You just want to have that. That's what that does. And I blend it again with this big fluffy brush. And now I have that nice defined contour. I'm warmed with the bronzer, and I have the blush. So that looks really good. Now it's time to go into the highlight. My everyday highlighter is this highlighter here. It's called Honor Roll Highlighter from the Crayon Case. It's just a perfect, not too strong highlight that you can build up to be strong as you want. And it's a perfect shade for my skin tone. So I just go in with this brush here. This is my highlighting brush. It's my Ray Ray brush from her brush collection with BH Cosmetics in the number 5. And I'm going to go right here, right above where I applied the blush at the highest point of the cheekbones, right there. See how that's the high point of my cheekbone? And I'm going to go from right here, like where my eye is, about here, and blend that back. I don't like to go too far into the front, so like from right there and blend that up. That's what I do. Okay, and I like to take this brush and go down the bridge of my nose, just gently, without applying pressure, just gently go down the bridge of the nose. And I like to keep it very, very much at the top. So I keep it right here. I don't bring it all the way down, right there. And then I use my finger to just make sure that it's not going into the contoured area. Okay, and I go down to the tip of my nose. So this is how I highlight my nose. Some people don't like to do the nose thing, but this is what I do. See that? And then let's go. My center of my forehead gets oily already, so I don't do the center of the forehead thing. I just do this. And I will do my Cupid's bow for when I do my lips. But I'm going to use this fluffy blending brush again. And I just blend out the edges, not the middle, but just the top part and the bottom part, so that it's a seamless blend into everything. Okay, so this is our highlighted and contoured face. See the contour, the blush, everything here. Then go around, and the same here. The shadows have been created, and the face looks really, really good. I like how the light is attracting here. You can see the light is attracting here, and down the nose. and the center here. These are the areas that you want the light to hit. And these areas are going in where I want it to contour. And there's a little bit of shading here. And this has been picked up. And that is the overall goal when I'm doing my highlighting and contouring. Alright beauty, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to do your foundation, highlight, and contour. This is what it is looking like. This is not any other makeup other than my foundation, highlight, and contour, and my blush and highlight. And this is if you were doing a fresh face, something that you could do. Put on a little mascara, lip gloss, and go about your day. But this is our basics, essentials, highlighting and contouring video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if this was helpful for you. Don't forget to give me a like and comment down below. And don't forget to be your own kind of beautiful, because there's only one you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.